cheesecake is ready to serve, mama. Drizzle on top, serve, and eat it. Ooh, child. Okay, we're going to get into these coconut chromatic scrimps, honey. What you need is some scrimps, peeled and deveined, some dehydrated coconut, shredded, some Chromatica Oreos, 1 egg, and some vegetable oil. Okay, so clearly for step 1, you're going to open up the Oreos, remove the cream filling, but keep it to the side for later. Then what you're going to do is crush up the Oreos, not to dust, but pretty fine, in a separate bowl. You're going to do that. Then you're going to combine some of the coconut with the Oreos and mix it thoroughly. All right? You got that? Good, good, good. Now, in a small bowl, you're going to whisk your egg for a little scrimp bath, okay? At this point, you should have your oil getting hot in the skillet, medium heat. You don't want to burn it up. It is scrimps, so they're kind of delicate and stuff. If you want to test your oil, just add a drop of water to the heated oil, and if it pops and crackles, you are good to go, okay? Now, you're going to grab a few scrimps at a time, dip them in the egg bath, and then into your coconut Chromatica coating, and then from there into the hot oil, okay? And then what you do is you just cook to a golden brown. You can tell when the scrimps, flip them if you need to. I would say, 3 minutes on each side. It don't take that long for some scrimps. And then for the dip, you can melt down the cream filling, in the microwave. That's real easy, I guess. And then add some mayo, a little sriracha, and see what that do. And then you got your coconut Chromatica scrimps with a little sriracha cream dip, child. All right, child, let's get into this Chromatica crusted chicken. You need some chicken, Chromatica Oreos, seasoned breadcrumbs, 1 egg, a baking dish. I think everybody should have that. All right. Same drill pretty much. If you follow my Chromatica scrimps, coconut scrimps, then it's pretty much the same process. We just switching out the protein. So what you want to do is get you some skinless, boneless chicken breasts, okay? Or tenderloins, whatever you want to do. And you want to season your chicken to your liking. I hope you put some seasoning more than just salt and pepper, child, because if you're just using salt and pepper, honey, you're not really cooking. I'm just letting you know, okay? Preheat your oven to 425. You're going to crush and mix the Oreos with the breadcrumbs. Take your chicken for a little dip in the egg bath, then into the coating. You're going to place the coated chicken in a non-stick baking dish and into the oven for about 25-30 minutes. And I mean, it should be lovely, golden brown, juicy, succulent, yum. You gotta have dessert, child. So for this, we're gonna do Chromatica no-bake cheesecake. All you need is a Jell-O no-bake cheesecake. Get Jell-O, child. Don't get no off-brand. It's that, it's cheap. You need the Chromatica Oreos, some butter, and a pie pan. Now, all you're gonna do is follow the box directions for the filling. But again, you're gonna separate the cookies and remove the cream, but keep it to the side for later. You're gonna melt down a half a stick of butter. Slowly add the melted butter into the crushed Oreos until you have a crumbly texture. Then you're gonna add what's now becoming your crust of your cheesecake to the pie pan, and you're gonna press it evenly, covering the entire bottom of the pan. Okay, with a little spoon or something like that, or a little ladle or something. Then you're gonna submerge the bottom of the pie pan into an ice bath to firm up the crust. Okay, because you use that hot butter, so it's all a little melty and crumbly. So you want to firm it up and let the butter firm it all up again, make it solid. So once it's firm, you're going to add the pie filling, the cheesecake filling, on top, put it in the refrigerator, let it do what it do, and get all firm. Now, you're going to take that cream that, should be in a little microwavable bowl of some sort. You're going to add a tablespoon of butter, to it. Melt it down just enough so you can make a drizzle for when your cheesecake is ready to serve, mama. Drizzle on top, serve, and eat it.